couple things to recognize. If you don't have a lifestyle that's conducive to health and longevity, if you're not eating the right foods, if you're not working out and taking care of your body, you're not going to benefit as much from like supplements and peptides. But the most important thing beyond that is working with professionals. Seek a professional that can do your blood work, that can analyze the results, make sure it's a naturopathic doctor, a performance doctor, someone into functional medicine, and they can give you irrefutable data so you can see exactly what's taking place inside your body, inside your cells. That's what it comes down to. If your cells are not functioning properly, you're not going to have optimal health. Welcome back to another episode of the Unstoppable Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Crane. Thank you for tuning into the message today. Make sure to subscribe and share. Appreciate the love and support as always. Today, I want to talk about a topic that has become somewhat controversial because there's a lot of misinformation out there, and that's peptides. What are peptides? Who should take peptides? Are peptides safe to take? There's so many questions out there, so I'm going to go through a couple bullet points here and just address what peptides are, if they're right for you, and how they affect your health long term. Number one, you hear people ask or say peptides are steroids, and that's not true. People say basically they're like steroids or performance drugs, right? What peptides are, they're amino acid chains that act as cell signaling molecules. Basically, they tell your body to do something it already knows how to do. Steroids replace hormones, but peptides stimulate a natural process in your body. Now, your cells right now have billions of peptides already working in a very harmonious fashion to conduct all kinds of different functions inside your body. So you have peptides inside of you right now. They're just chains of amino acids, which is like a more complex protein. Creatine is a type of complex protein, right? There's all these different amino acids. Your body will break them down and put them back together to use for all these different functions. Second thing I hear a lot is, are peptides safe or experimental? Are they unsafe? Like, what's the deal there? And a lot of people say they're untested and they're dangerous. But many peptides are naturally produced in your body. Like I just said, they're being produced right now as we speak. And a lot of the peptides that people are taking right now as supplemental have been studied for decades. They're used for healing, hormone regulation, metabolism, and longevity. Now, the safety depends on the dose you're taking, the quality of the peptide, like where you actually get it, or you get it off the freaking black market and some random website that you don't know where they're sourcing their peptides from. The timing of taking them is important, and you want to have medical oversight. So at Unstoppable 365, my company, Dr. J is my partner. He's a naturopathic doctor. We prescribe peptides to clients after doing blood work if they need them. And they work with Dr. J, who's a naturopathic doctor. He's been doing this for decades. So when you have that type of oversight and you have the blood work that shows you exactly what you need, it's irrefutable data. That's how you make informed decisions, and you can consistently increase the quality of your life and your health. Third thing people think is that peptides is a magic pill. Like, you're just going to take these peptides and you're going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone during Rocky 2 or Rocky 3 it was. That's not true, okay? Peptides can amplify your results. They're supplemental, but they don't replace the fundamentals. The foundation is always going to be things like your training in the gym, what workouts you're doing, your nutrition, hydration, and sleep. That's your foundation. If you don't have those things locked down and you're not consistent in those areas in your life, don't start looking at this next level stuff like peptides and supplements, because you're not even doing the things consistently enough that are going to get you in a good place to start, right? You don't have those habits in place. So it doesn't make sense for you to try to skip ahead 10 steps. Do peptides work the same for everyone? Now, this is a good question. And the truth is, everyone's going to respond differently to peptides. And that's, again, why we do blood work at Unstoppable 365. We measure over 200 of your biomarkers, more than any other doctor you've ever been to. And the reason for that is because your body and your health are so complex. There's all these interchangeable parts working together consistently. And if, let's say, your hormones are off, or you have leaky gut, or you have other issues, it's going to compromise or affect how your body functions. And maybe you won't benefit as much off peptides because your hormones are out of whack, or you have leaky gut and your cells aren't absorbing nutrients fully. There's all these different things we have to look into. Working with Unstoppable 365 and Dr. J will give you the best insight to your health to what we have to do to increase your performance and quality of life and sleep and energy and longevity. Okay, and lastly, are peptides only for athletes or anti-aging? Or people think like peptides are just for biohackers or bodybuilders. The truth is, everybody can benefit from peptides. And in the future, it'll be much more common that everyone is supplementing with peptides. One of the reasons I think right now peptides aren't mainstream is because the big pharma hasn't figured out a way to monetize it and cash in on it, okay? Once they figure out how to monetize it and throw a label or a brand and put it on commercials, you'll see peptides being sold all over the place, and chances are your primary doctor will start to offer them to you. But the truth is peptides are used to support recovery and healing, sleep quality, metabolic health, immune function, and cognitive function. So it's not just for athletes. It's not just for biohackers. Every single person on the planet would benefit from having better sleep, better recovery, better immune system, better metabolism. Like I said earlier, though, you guys, it's very important, a couple things to recognize. If you don't have a lifestyle that's conducive to health and longevity, if you're not eating the right foods, if you're not working out and taking care of your body, you're not going to benefit as much from like supplements and peptides. But the most important thing beyond that is working with professionals. Seek a professional that can do your blood work, that can analyze the results, make sure it's a naturopathic doctor, a performance doctor, someone into functional medicine, and they can give you irrefutable data so you can see exactly what's taking place inside your body, inside your cells. That's what it comes down to. If your cells are not functioning properly, you're not going to have optimal health. And the main thing you should be looking for, one of the main things I suggest, is if you have leaky gut or not. If you have leaky gut, it's going to compromise every aspect of your health. You're going to have inflammation. Your cells can't absorb nutrients fully. And a lot of people who have brain fog, or they get that afternoon energy crash, or they have trouble sleeping, or you have chronic aches and pains. There's so many ailments that stem from leaky gut. Those are just the symptoms. But we can address and heal the leaky gut, and this is one of the main things Dr. J at Unstoppable 365 specializes in. You'll see all those symptoms over time start to dissipate, and that's when you can really optimize your health and longevity.